It's time to focus on the things you need, the things you deserve. You deserve a healthy body. Supplements that get you moving and keep you moving. That make you feel good, look good, do good. And they shouldn't contain GMOs, artificial ingredients, or heavy metals, ever. Supplements that are clinically studied, use proven absorption technologies, are designed by scientists, and are ethically sourced and produced. Supplements with everything you need, nothing you don't. You deserve a company that you can trust, that's dedicated to safe manufacturing practices and third-party testing, that ensures the highest quality of effectiveness from extraction of ingredients all the way to the composition of the packaging. Wait a second. You deserve to see the process. You deserve a company led by a CEO with a deep belief in the power of people, dedicated to inspiring entrepreneurs to achieve success. A company with a phytonutrient chemist and expert on natural molecules who is obsessed with human health and has your best interest in mind to design its products. A board comprised of talented doctors from around the world. You deserve to be surrounded by people you trust and look up to. Empowered ambassadors that inspire wellness every day. Leaders who are rooting for you to be the best version of yourself. A community that works hard and plays hard. You deserve to experience adventures that take you around the world, and you deserve to be recognized for your hard work. It's time to get what you deserve. It's time to shift your focus. 3.
Hello and welcome. I am Adrianne Carbonell. I'm chiming in from Austin, Texas. Welcome to our Wellness Wednesday. I'm so excited to have all of you guys on. We have a very incredible special guest speaker tonight who is on our scientific advisory board for 3 International, our company. Those of you guys who are on here tonight, I'm so excited that you're here. If it's your first time here, you guys are in luck because you are about to learn a lot about what 3 International is all about, our incredible scientifically backed products and what they can do for you in your daily wellness routine. And you get to hear from it, about it from an expert. So let me introduce you to my dear friend, Dr. Jessica Bordon. She is a practicing podiatrist in New Braunfels, Texas. She specializes in the prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of foot and ankle ailments. And she particularly enjoys treating sports medicine injuries. Anyone here have one of those? Maybe, you never know. It happens a lot. So she's an athlete herself, and she's gone through her own foot surgery. So she really feels like she can empathize with her patients. Wow. And she graduated cum laude with honors from Texas A&M in 2000. And then she went to Temple University for School of Podiatric Medicine in 2006. You guys, she's amazing. So she's a podiatrist and a PA, and she's absolutely phenomenal. So please help me welcome Ms. Dr. Bordon. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be on this call with you tonight, Adrianne. It's definitely been a while, so I'm excited to share what we have to say.
Yeah, we do. I mean, you said yes to 3 from the beginning, from the inception. You've always valued really good health and wellness products. I think there's a difference between kind of what you might find out there and what 3 offers. Do you want to share a little bit about why you said yes to 3?
Absolutely. So first, I should probably preface by saying a lot of people, or most people I know, would call me a health nut. It's probably a nicer word. For at least 15 years, I've really cared about what I put not only in my body, but on my body, trying to put that proper nutrition in, avoiding the plastics and the heavy metals and all the harmful chemicals, everything down to avoiding smells in my cleaning supplies. And I'll tell you, I was initially one of those people who didn't necessarily believe in supplements. I think it was the ignorance, right? The lack of knowing. And knowing that years and years ago, I read a Consumer Report study that said that synthetic vitamins can decrease life expectancy. And I think that doctors kind of ran with this, again, with lack of knowledge of that very important synthetic word. And so it didn't have anything to talk about whole food nutrition like our supplements or anything else. And so I believed that for a while. And then I started educating myself, really getting into functional medicine and holistic medicine and understanding the importance of supplements and replenishing our body with what depletes itself of as we age. It's just a normal healing aging process. And as we age, lifestyle factors are going to give us a lack of these nutrients that we need to replenish. So when I heard about 3, it went along with my values in whole food nutrition, GMO-free ingredients. I knew that we tested for heavy metals, which is extremely important for me to avoid those heavy metals. And I was really excited about that. But the missing part that I didn't know about was the absorption, and making sure that these ingredients were not only good quality, but that they get absorbed into our body. And so when I found out that 3 has this incredibly long list of absorption techniques, depending on the nutrient, to make sure that we are feeling a difference with these products, then I was really sold. I needed to make sure that what I put in my body didn't go against my own values, that I could give it to myself. I could look my patients in the eye and suggest it to them. And also it be worthy enough for me to give to my kids, which I absolutely do. So that's why 3 for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a huge reason why. I mean, not just, I say huge because we're going to lump all those together into one big, huge reason why any physician, anybody, any human body, right, would say yes to a product line like this, because we know that it's something that we actually do require in this day and age. And we are looking for high quality. I'm of the belief that, good things are seldom cheap and cheap things are seldom good. And I think our products are perfectly priced for the average person to be able to experience really above average wellness by using them, So I think as a medical professional too, you can see that sometimes people struggle with cost as well as be able to maintain a healthy lifestyle. And I don't think you would have said yes to this had you not thought that they could do that and have great experiences at the same time. So that's amazing. Well, I know that you really love some particular products. You like to really represent them. These are ones that even when I visit your office, I can see that, you have, little rat cards out, things like that your patients can really educate themselves on the quality of 3. But I do see you do a lot with collagen for like healing and, things like that. Do you want to share with us a little bit about how using a high quality collagen product, like from a medical perspective, actually can be good for supporting joint health and accelerating overall recovery?
Yes, I would love to, because collagen is not just about skin, hair, and nails. Of course, that's a very important part that we like from the outside. But think about if it's helping with our outward appearance, what does that mean that is doing for our inward health? Like, I think that the health of the inside shows on the outside, and collagen is one of those abundant nutrients that we need because it starts to deplete from our bodies at a very young age. So we need to replenish it. So it is the most abundant protein in our body. And again, we make less as we age. And so me putting that spin on it, being specializing in sports medicine, I see a ton of tendon injuries, tendon pain, tendon tears, plantar fasciitis, bone fractures, stress fractures, and collagen is really important for all of this. And the reason why is because it helps support the structural support to help tissue repair. So it gives that scaffold, right? So if you think about when you're building a building, you need that initial scaffold for all the other cells to build upon to repair. And collagen helps do that. It attracts fibroblasts, and fibroblasts are cells that produce collagen to the injured site. It stimulates production of new connective tissue fibers. So this is going to help strengthen those fibers, strengthen the repair, help with that injury. It supports angiogenesis, and this is just a fancy word for improving blood flow. And this is vital for sending nutrients and oxygen to the injured area so that we can heal. I'm talking all of the time about blood flow, growth factor cells, stem cells, all the nutrients we need to help with that inflammatory response. And collagen is going to help do that. It's going to help reduce the pain and inflammation. And then it helps with joints. So a lot of people that use our products may notice that their joint pain can improve with this. And that's because it reduces the susceptibility of injury during physical activity, but it also helps reduce the inflammation within that joint. And again, it strengthens damaged tissues. So everything I'm saying summed up is that it's a key structural component in tendons, ligaments, bones, everything you could think about, cartilage within those joints. And with collagen combined with vitamin C, like we have in ours, and something like physical therapy for an injured tendon or ligament, again, my specialty, we can see a faster repair. So I do tendon repairs all the time on torn tendons, and collagen is a major factor and supplement that helps with repair and heal the tissue outside that skin incision and inside for that tendon. So I love that we have the marine-based collagen that's 5 grams, so we're getting what we need to heal the tissue. It's micronized in collagen, and it's micronized, which means that it's just going to get absorbed. It's hydrolyzed. Like I say, it has that vitamin C in there that's going to enhance the effect. So we're not only dealing with skin, hair, nails, and joint healing, but we're also dealing with wound healing, tissue repair, helping with tendonitis, surgeries, all of those things. So that's why it's really important in my clinic.
Yeah. I mean, I know we do have several medical professionals who actively use and promote our products because they're listed in the PDR, but also because when you look at the science, the way that you just shared it, it just makes sense, right? You do need high quality products, good quality collagen, things like that for everything that you just shared. So I know another thing that you deal with quite a bit is circulation and inflammation, and people really struggle with that. I mean, I would say a huge number of people struggle with inflammatory issues. And so I want to hear a little bit about one of our products called Revive, which we know does help in those areas, and really are really great for, they play a big role in helping to reduce inflammation, the ingredients in Revive. Do you want to share a little bit more about Revive and why you love it so much?
Yeah, so I think that inflammation is the root cause of all things, pain, aging, and disease. And we get inflammation from diet, sugar, high processed diet, the standard American diet, lifestyle factors, pollution, lack of sleep, all of these things. And there is a healthy inflammatory response. Some inflammation is good. So we need to know that. Like we cut ourselves, there's going to be a normal inflammatory cascade to heal that cut. The problem is when the inflammation is out of whack. Okay, and so when our bodies are now in this chronic inflammatory state, it's out of whack, it's not healing itself, and that's generally when you're going to seek someone like me because your body's just not repairing itself. So what's really cool about Revive is it not only helps with recovery, muscle recovery, but our proprietary blend also helps with that blood flow to the tissues, bringing the oxygen and the nutrients to the tissues. What I love about this is a lot of us think about post-exercise recovery or again, when we're in that high inflammatory state to reduce the oxidative stress, to help with tissue recovery, reduce the pain, but it also can help with aerobic endurance if we take it before exercise, because again, it's sending those nutrients and that blood flow to the tissues that we need. So when we're in this over-inflammatory state, let's just say, tendonitis, plantar fasciitis, joint pain, and it's not healing itself, there are ingredients like turmeric curcumin and boswellia, which is in Revive, that help reduce the inflammatory state. Again, help reduce that oxidative stress, bring the blood flow and nutrients to it, but also compounds like boswellia that help prevent the triggering of those bad cells. So Revive is such an important part of reducing everyday inflammation. It even can help with immunity, which I think is extremely important also. So I absolutely love this product. We are passing it out like candy in my clinic and to my kids. We exercise all of the time. If my kids are sore, here you go. It's not ibuprofen or Advil. Here's some Revive. Let's give our body what it needs to go through that normal inflammatory response.
Mhm. It really is that powerful. I mean, we have so many testimonials on people using Revive as a natural anti-inflammatory, right? And they're using it in the right way. Maybe they're doing 2 a day or 4 a day. It just kind of depends on what they're doing, but incredible results on it. And it's pretty fast acting as well. For a lot of people, it can be within 20 to 30 minutes that they start feeling the benefits of that curcumin and what it's doing for circulation and as an anti-inflammatory. So yeah, it's a very powerful product. I think in my house, we call it magic beans. They look like little orangey brown beans, but they really are the best product. I even had a friend of mine who has 4 children who are technically on the spectrum, and her oldest was working with a speech pathologist to try to help him be able to speak better and, connect words and things like that. And the Revive was very instrumental with the brain inflammation.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even that, I was surprised to hear that type of a result with that. And he couldn't swallow caplets. They poked a hole in it and like squoze it under his tongue, but massive benefits. I mean, it just like crossed through that blood-brain barrier that fast and just really helped him. And so they were doing it before every session, and it made incredible advancements. So yeah, for any inflammation in the body, we love Revive. So now we have a new product, and I know that a lot of people are really excited about it because it's called Kynetik, like think kinetic energy, right? And it's a hydration, energy, and mood product that I know lots of people are like, oh my gosh, I do coffee or I do green tea or I do an energy drink. It's probably not great for you. Maybe you guys are still addicted to Diet Coke. I don't know, right? I'm just speaking to everybody on here tonight. But we would love to upgrade you into a more perfect product because it has so many incredible properties. So Dr. Bordon, being somebody who's in sports, being somebody who is working with, patients who probably even sometimes could potentially have injuries through being dehydrated, not being properly hydrated. How do you like the Kynetik product, and kind of like how does that compare to other products out there? Because I know there's a lot of energy drinks that just aren't the best for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I love our Kynetik, and one of the main reasons is because of the electrolytes and the hydration effect on it. I see so many people with leg cramps, and that leg cramp can seem like it shortens a leg or cause the calf to contract and cause plantar fasciitis. And my questions are, how much water do you drink? Most of the time, it's not enough. It's hot outside. We're sweating, we're not getting the nutrients, the blood flow, the water to the muscles that we need. But then it's, what about electrolytes? And people start staring at me because we're not getting enough electrolytes. Those are depleting from our body also, again, through things like sweat, and we need to replenish them to give the muscles the things they need. And so the hydration effect, and again, the electrolytes of Kynetik is very instrumental in my practice to help with these muscle cramps, with muscle fatigue, with muscle recovery. We need all of it. And you're right, it gives us energy. So we have the 200 milligrams of caffeine, which is great. We can technically take 2 of them a day. The max caffeine they say we need or should have is 400 milligrams a day. So we could take 2 of them. My son absolutely loves this. He uses it before workouts, before wrestling, before cross country. It helps again with that hydration. I always say, it's kind of funny because we don't eat a lot of sugar around here. And a lot of people will say, oh, half marathons, you've got to, you have to eat the goo and the sugar to keep going. And I'm like, sugar is not going to keep us alive. Salt and electrolytes are. We need those things as we exercise. So it's extremely important for proper body function. And you do not have to be an athlete to have this. This is not what I mean. If you garden, if you take a walk, if you mow the lawn, if you have a demanding job that is as extraneous work, these type of things also, we need that, not only water, but we need those electrolytes. So it's extremely important. I love this product, and how it differs is there's no food coloring. This is really big for me. There's no sugar, extremely important for me. Sugar replacements are as bad as sugar to our body. They're now said that they can cause cancer. No taurine, because there was a recent study showing that that could cause a type of cancer. We have the adequate amount of the caffeine in it. So it's this product that we're getting that's very clean. There's no mold, there's no heavy metals, all the things that we want to avoid to help with that natural energy, help with muscle recovery, which again, if we're injured, it can definitely help with also. And then mental clarity, because the ingredients that we have in it also help us maintain focus and mental clarity, which I love because I like to be focused when I'm working out. I get a better workout, and I find that this helps with that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I feel like when I'm on it, it's like my whole brain opens up or something. Like all of a sudden I'm like, I can think, I can do things, I can finish this. You know, I'm only doing 3 miles. I'm not doing a half marathon, but that seems like a challenge for me in my 40s. So, but
Yeah.
I love the Kynetik because it literally makes me feel good. It's like a state changer, you know, like you're trying to feel better, happier, you know, feel more focused, be more hydrated. It is totally a game changer and a state changer for me personally. And I've noticed that I love coffee products, but I'm actually first thing in the morning taking the Kynetik to start my day because I don't have, like, sometimes I get a little bit of a crash with coffee, and I don't have any crash with the Kynetik. I just feel hydrated. I feel good. And I've noticed that I'm not like as thirsty either. Like even after coffee, I'm like trying to drink more water, right? So I'm a little bit obsessed with this product too. I have to say, I feel like it's a big game changer. We were gonna have this great testimonial on tonight, you guys, but she wasn't able to make it. Norma, she's texting me right now, and she's so bummed, like sad face, because she wanted to share with you how much she loves the Kynetik product. And her story was we brought her in some samples. She works with Dr. Bordon, by the way. She's her front desk assistant and, you know, office manager, I think. And she's like, well, I love all the products, but I haven't tried Kynetik yet. I'm like, oh, here's 2 sticks. I just handed her some, you know. And the next time I went in, she was like, oh, by the way, I love that product, and I didn't think I was gonna like it. I'm not like a cherry flavor girl, but it tasted so good. I even put some lime in it. She was like loving it. She's like, I can get so much done when I'm on Kynetik. So it's such a great product. So I could keep going on and on about the Kynetik, but I do have some other important questions to ask you about the rest of the products that we love so much. And so I wanted to ask a little bit about, like, as far as immune support and having a multivitamin, right? We have the Vitality, we have the immune support, but also there's a need for vitamin D. And I know that this is like, it's essential, right? And so I want you to share a little bit from your perspective as a doctor, as a podiatrist. Why is Vitality and immune and getting good high quality vitamin D products, what does that do for our everyday wellness? Like, what's the long-term effect of that or not having
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, I'm talking about vitamin D all of the time. And I think it is becoming a little bit more mainstream, if you will. A lot of the doctors are checking it. But what we don't know is the lab value normal is like 30 to 90 or something like that. And 30 is still way too low. I'm seeing multiple bone fractures. I treat someone with one metatarsal fracture. They come in half a year later, or 2 years later with another one. And I start thinking, your vitamin D has to be off. If I have a young kid with a fracture for minimal reasons, I'm thinking your vitamin D can be off, because we can be young and our vitamin D can be off. We're just not getting enough sunlight. We're covering our body with too much sunscreen. And so we need to replenish that. So vitamin D is essential for our overall health, and particular to my practice with treating pain and reducing inflammation. It promotes the repair and regeneration of muscle tissue. So again, when someone comes in with tendonitis, I'm like, if you want to heal faster, let's get you a vitamin D supplement. And by the way, we have this multivitamin, if you will, called Vitality that has a great amount in it, but it's also going to give you the rest of the nutrients that you need. And the fish oil in it is also an anti-inflammatory. So vitamin D helps regulate that protein synthesis, again, that repair for tissue. It helps improve mitochondrial function. You guys might be hearing this mitochondrial buzzword, which I'm kind of obsessed with myself right now, because if our mitochondria are impaired, our bodies are out of whack. So we need to repair the mitochondria, and vitamin D can help with that. You would be surprised, talking about brain inflammation, how many people can improve mental health wise, energy wise, not only just tissue repair and tendon repair like in my practice. Autoimmune disorders are on the rise, and a lot of that can be attributed to a low vitamin D level. So it's absolutely essential. Again, bone health, fractures, repairing that bone, is the vitamin D is going to help that calcium get absorbed. And the calcium is an important mineral for regenerating bone, but the vitamin D is needed to get that into the bone. And it also, not only do we have the immune with all the other ingredients to help with immune support, but vitamin D itself helps with our immunity. And when we're well, and when we're feeling good, and we have that mental clarity and decreased inflammation in our body, we're less likely to be injured, which again is a passion of mine, in particular being, having a sports medicine clinic. So we have, especially between the immune and the vitality, we have a great combination of the amount of vitamin D that we all should be taking. And so there's a number in my practice of nutrients and supplements that I'll talk about whenever I'm seeing these patients with injury, that I'll share with them. And they're mostly to decrease inflammation in our body. And vitamin D is one of the top ones.
Yeah. So what are your top products? Like, I know we kind of went through that in that way, but like when a patient comes in and you're like, okay, they're struggling with this or struggling with that or struggling with this, do you say these are all the products that I would recommend? Or how do you talk to your patients a little bit about starting 3? What does that look like for you? This is a curveball question. I didn't know I was going to ask this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I address the need because, like we talk about, they're expensive. But I think that the name of my practice is functional podiatry care for a reason. I do surgery. I'm a board certified foot and ankle surgeon. So I do that, but I'm passionate about whole body health. And so I'm going to look at what is that need for you. So if it's muscle cramps, I'm talking about, obviously the Kynetik for sure. But in general, we're reducing inflammation and we need to put the nutrients back into our body that we don't get from food and because of daily lifestyles. And the Revive to decrease inflammation and the Vitality are really important. My patients that might have other disorders, again, we're repairing the cells, right? We're repairing the mitochondria. We're helping with the body is what we're doing. We're not treating or diagnosing or mitigating. We're just giving the body the fuel it needs to function properly. And Vitality and Revive are on the top of that list for me.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, I think you got to start where you start, with a lot of people, they might not come out the gates blazing, buying all of the products right away, right? They need to start where their biggest need is. Yeah. So I like that a lot. And we do have a lot of doctors that do that. I feel like that because we have recommended carts. So any physicians on, we have something called recommended carts where you can piece together your favorite product and, one QR code or one link that your patients, all they would have to do is scan, click on, check out, and it can be a very simple process. People even say it's a little bit more simple than even using FullScript, right? So I think it can be very simple once you get into the flow of it, but you're right. As a physician, you need to come in and just address the need right out the gate, right? What are you doing? What are you not doing? This is what I recommend. Here are some good products. Yeah. So super simple approach. And you're definitely changing lives. I appreciate all the things that you do, Dr. Bordon. And I'm excited because we have 3 incredible testimonials. I think we have 3 now. I think Norma was able to make it. So I hope I didn't steal her thunder, but I'm excited for her to be on. But so we've got Eric Bunn from Texas. We've got Jenn Illingworth from New York, and we have Norma from Texas as well. Do you guys want to jump on and say hi? We have 3 testimonials tonight. You guys are welcome to try. We're gonna have a little party, Jessica.
I'm ready. I'm excited. This is fun for me. I always say that like treating the foot is part of it, but like listening to people and sharing stories is more of it for me.
Perfect. Well, I'm excited. We're going to hear from Eric Bunn tonight. Eric, go ahead, share with us a little bit about why you love 3 and what your experience on the products has been so far.
All right. Well, thanks for having me on, Adrienne. In general, yes, I'm grateful for all the 3 products. I've definitely been on since the beginning, and it was a pretty simple decision to first of all just check them out. So I'm definitely a health nut. I played college football, and ever since then, I've always tried to stay active. I've done all the intramural sports. Recently, I've become a runner, and I did my first half marathon this year. So I'm up to that 13 miles. But I'm always trying to find ways to test myself and get better. And I found that, I was starting to try a lot of supplements a few years ago, and 3 just came in and happened to be the perfect match where I wanted, there's kind of 3 things I was looking for, three things before I found 3. I wanted to find some things that were clean, right? So I became much, as you get older, obviously I'm in my 40s now, you get aware of like the toxins, the synthetics, things that make you feel bad. So I wanted things that were clean, and no negative side effects. I also wanted to make sure that there was no like a crash from products, especially when we're talking about Kynetik. So especially as it relates to athletic performance, I've really enjoyed Kynetik and Revive, and also Vitality. Vitality I've taken every day since day one. And I feel like it's allowed me to feel good, not, never having an upset stomach, never feeling too tired or groggy. And as it pertains to the actual athletic performance, avoiding a soreness, because definitely as you get older, you get more and more sore, of course,
Yes.
right? And I'm, using Revive and then complementing that with Vitality. I think that's really, it's like I heal faster. It's like I can work out, I can get go through the soreness faster. But yeah, it's been life-changing, because I mean, I literally think I eat less food as well too. Like I just don't need as much, because I'm getting all the nutrition, all the vitamins, all the things I need through these products, where I eat less and I'm maintain a great weight and I feel great. So I'm very grateful for all the three products.
Well, that is so good. And like with your athletic background too, and then all the marathons and things that you guys are doing right now too, I think that's incredible. So Dr. Jessica, I know you and Eric know each other well. Do you want to share a little bit about like why you would have such powerful results like that?
Yeah, so I think giving the body the nutrients it needs, fueling the body, like you said, he doesn't even have to eat as much because you're giving those whole food nutrients, but also reducing soreness. That's one of the things, or stiffness. That's one of the things that collagen and Revive can help do, which is really important. That mobility as we age is extremely important. And then I know, Eric really loves the Kynetik as like a pre-workout, because he's getting the electrolytes he needs for his body to move right, for his muscles to move right. And then he's getting a little bit of the boost from, the caffeine and that mental clarity to focus because he's competitive. So we're just giving the body what it needs. And then it moves better and it feels better and it thinks better. Yeah.
Well, you guys are such a dynamic duo, so I don't know if I should share this or not, but for those of you guys who know, they met in 3 and they are engaged. Congratulations. It's a love story. It's a 3 love story. I actually witnessed this proposal. It was so beautiful. I'm gonna get verklempt. Okay. But you guys are such a great couple and so supportive. I love how you guys love 3, and thank you for representing 3 so well. Okay, next up we have Jenn Illingworth, all the way from New York, kind of. She's here right now, but in New York. And you and I have known each other for a while too. And you've tried a lot of other companies, even companies in this profession, so you've tried a lot of high quality products. What stood out to you about 3? What was your experience?
So I am on a journey to get healthier. I lost my husband almost a year ago, and I decided I have to do stuff for myself. So I've lost 50 pounds. Yes, and Adrienne has been trying to get me to try her stuff because I always try supplements and everything. And I was like, oh, I don't know. So then I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to try because I'm trying to be healthier. So the one product is the beans. I love the beans. So I ran out so I was on my way to visit Adrienne. I said, Adrienne, I need the beans. I said, I've been really achy. Like I didn't realize how much I was feeling better. I'm 56 and how much I was feeling better taking it. And then when I didn't have it, I was like, what do I have to replace? I didn't even realize that was the reason why I wasn't feeling good. And then Adrienne said, well, when was the last time you took it? And I was like, God, it's probably been a week at least because I ran out. We have to make an order. So anyway, I got blood work done because I've been taking all the stuff that Adrienne has recommended, collagen, everything. And all my blood work is the best it's been in 10 years. So I have to say, yes, I'm very grateful. One big thing was my husband did not leave me with any life insurance. And my thing was I have to qualify to get life insurance for my children. And I think really because of 3 and what I've been doing, because my blood work was so good that I qualified. So I'm very passionate about that and I'm very grateful. And I'm grateful that Adrienne was persistent because she didn't want to push me because we're friends, but I appreciate that she gave me the time to come on my own. So thank you, Adrienne. And I'm at the point now where I want to share it with people because I don't like to push something, not push it, but I don't like to represent something that I haven't tried myself. So I wasn't ready, but now I am. So I'm very grateful and I feel great. So here I am.
My gosh. Jenn, I have the chills. I have like chicken legs all over my body just hearing that. I know you shared it with me, in that way, but hearing you say it tonight was just like a next level for me. And I'm just really,
No,
really proud of you without getting
thank
crying
you.
again. Too. I'm
Yeah.
really proud of
I'm
you.
all
I know
verklempt.
yeah, I'm getting
Talking about it.
verklempt again. Yeah, exactly. We need to get back to New York and have our coffee talk, and I'm a little
Oh my
verklempt.
God.
So
I brought her a bagel.
she did. She brought me a bagel. I was like, from New York. Ah, I was so excited. But so we are dear friends, and I know it's been a very hard year. And thank you for trusting me to try this because I know that
Yeah.
you had a lot of health challenges that were presenting on top of what you
Yes.
just been through traumatically. Yeah. So
Yeah. And
um,
it's helped my mood too, I guess. Like I think it's made me feel, what's the word? Energized. Like, like I'm not letting things overwhelm me. I'm trying to be more optimistic outlook.
that's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dr. Bordon, what do
So
you think about Jenn's results? What's your
I think
medical
that
take on that?
I love how she was able to quantify with the lab results because we know how we feel and sometimes we're jaded. But we do see a lot of people who have lab values change from our products. And that's because, again, we're feeding the body what it needs. And, I can't help but to think that she feels better because she's fueling it, but we're decreasing the inflammation, even likely, in her brain. We have studies that show that the Revive helps decrease the oxidative stress in our body, and all of our wonderful epigenetic studies that we have proving these exact things that she's talking about. So again, we're not going to make any claims. We're just going to say, see for yourself, get some labs 6 months later, get some more and
yeah,
see what
yeah,
it shows. But it's really going to help you see, not only feel, but see that difference. And I just think that's wonderful. I think it's wonderful that you made the step, that you trusted Adrianne, and that you're able to get some life insurance based on your results. That's awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. And I wanted to say something because you are a podiatrist, correct?
Yes.
So I have neuropathy in my feet, and I've noticed some progress in that area as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. The
yeah,
nutrients, your feet and the nerves, what they need.
yes, exactly. So I think it's a great thing for like a podiatrist or anyone who's trying to help their patients come out of a hard situation.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna mute myself because we have dogs barking in the background.
Okay. Well, Jenn, thank you. I appreciate that so much. It was really heartfelt and meaningful for everybody listening on this call tonight. I hope that they all get excited and go out and order some more products. So good. All right. Last but not least, and hopefully this works. Norma, are you with us?
Yes, I sure am.
Yay! I want to clap for Norma. It was like a big challenge tonight and she did it. I'm so proud of you, Norma. Thanks for being on here. So I know we don't have camera on, but she's absolutely stunning. Like she's this beautiful woman. But Norma, share with us a little bit about your product experience and kind of what you see like with 3, what's happening with 3 and how do you like the product yourself?
So I love that my boss is part of it. So I always get to hear what's new, what's coming in. And best of all, she always lets me try some of the products. So being the front desk person, it does help me because when patients come in, I'm able to tell them my personal experience, what I feel, what I saw, just everything. And sometimes that, it's big testimony when you tried it and you're able to share with other people. So like you said, you came in, you gave me the 2 little packets. I was helping my daughter move that morning and I just kept going and going and going. So I thought, I wonder if it's that little packet. I did think it was a little strong, so I did add a little bit more water. And oh my God, I thought it was so good and so refreshing.
Yeah, I'm so happy that you liked it. And I'm sorry I stole your thunder a little bit.
No, I loved it.
I didn't see you on yet, so I was like, oh, she's not here. I just really loved your story. So I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad it gave you a consistent energy. And I know you had a lot going on with your
Yeah.
daughter. I think you guys are moving her into college, weren't you? Or something like
Yes,
that?
that's correct. That is
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah. Which is always fun. Everyone loves to move, right? A child into college, themselves. Everyone loves moving on here, I'm sure. Just kidding. So yeah, the product is amazing. And so I love that you kind of get the expert opinion being in Dr. Bordon's office, but also your personal experience is your most powerful story. I always tell everybody, like, this is a very natural, organic business for most people because you come on board, you get your own personal testimony on the products, you go out, you share that. I mean, I literally consider myself like a story marketing specialist because I'm like, you get the results. I'm going to teach you how to go out there and share it, right? And we're going to change lives together. And that's how this business works. It's just really can be that simple. So very, very grateful to have everyone on here tonight. If you guys found value in what you heard tonight, this is going to be a shareable link soon. So tomorrow, this will be out in Spark Global. It'll be on our YouTube channel. You guys can share this. If you want to listen back to Dr. Jessica's expertise on the products and why she promotes them, always good to be able to share a wonderful Wellness Wednesday with everyone. We hope that every single one of you guys gets started on the products. If you're on here as a guest listening in, it's super simple. Just text or email or message back the person that invited you on here tonight and let them know what your questions are. Let them know why you're excited. Ask them like, hey, what was that one product for inflammation again? What was that one product for energy hydration? They can get you guys all the tools that you need. It's super quick to open an account. It's only $30. You can order in as much or as little as you like for that $30 for the whole year. So it's kind of like a Costco membership in that way. And you can get on something called Smart Chip too, which I love because it's kind of like Amazon Subscribe and Save, but you're starting your own health membership and those products are coming to you monthly. And I love that because once you get into the flow of something working, it's like what Jenn shared. She ran out of products because she wasn't on Smart Chip, right? And then all of a sudden the aches and the little things started coming back and she's like, I need products. And that was the phone call. I'm like, no worries. I remember your account info will be in there. I'm going to get you those magic beans. So the person that invited you on can definitely get you guys started right away. And yes, these products are amazing. They're doctor approved. We have one here telling us right now she recommends them, so it's recommended. We have an entire scientific advisory board. The products are listed in something called the PDR. So all you need to do is try them. Okay, you buy a pack, you put them in your body, you see how you feel, and then you jump on the next Wellness Wednesday and bring your friends, okay? Because we love to share the world of three. I'm on a mission. We have a mission to make three a $300 million company. We're a quarter of the way there. And the other thing I'll share with you too is I'm on a mission. I would love for three to be a household name. The products are sleek, they're sexy, there's not too many, they can sit out on your counter, you're not shoving them in the back of your pantry, you know? So it's just a really beautiful product system. All right, friends, again, thank you for being on. I think I've said that 500 times, but really, really appreciate you guys being on a Wednesday night. Dr. Bordon, again, appreciate you so much. I know you're very busy. Thank you for all that you do in three and also for volunteering in the scientific advisory board and making these products so easy to understand on how to implement them. So you just are such an expert. So thank you to all our testimonials as well. Want to thank Eric, Bunn, Jenn Illingworth, and Norma. And I don't see your last name, Norma, but Norma and your last name. And we love you guys. So you guys have a beautiful night and we will see you later. Bye-bye.